What is up, guys? Marvel Madness here with another Marvel Bros and Friends, and we have a special guest tonight. Unfortunately, Sin is not making it again. He had some family stuff come up, but let's bring Jin in here and go from there. What's up, Jin?
Hello. The new host has arrived.
Yes. So not only is our guest a guest, but he's also my co-host.
I'm sorry, Sin. I have to take your spot. I think you missed what, 2? This is the second one he's missed. So three strikeouts. So you got one more chance, buddy.
Yeah,
and then your job is up.
Slowly pulling Jin from Juice from Lootbox. So,
I like dope. Gin City Comics. Oh,
Gin City Comics. I should have put a little take on that on the background or something.
Oh yeah, you could have like X'd out Sin and then wrote like Gin over there, or like
Gin
crossed out
City
the X.
Comics
Yeah.
cards. Oh, that would have been funny.
Ooh.
How are you doing tonight, bud?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Doing well. I got all the kids kind of situated and in bed, and everything. So all the hooligans and I'm ready.
So are the kids done with the school? Are they on spring?
They will this next week after Wednesday this week. So
okay, so they'll be off after the Memorial Day weekend. Nice.
Exactly. Yep. I think they have 2 days. It's kind of weird. It's like, wait. The last day,
exactly. They should have just ended it before the weekend.
Ended before the big weekend, right?
Yeah, I know. Weird.
That's kind of funny. Oh, hey. So, the first thing we kind of talk about, Jin, for Marvel Bros is typically pickups.
Ooh.
I know. I only have one pickup, believe it or not. I was supposed to have 2 or 3 show up today, but it looks like they're not going to be showed up until next week. So,
gotcha.
But I do have one. I want to show everybody.
Ooh.
If you're ready for it.
I'm ready. Everybody's ready.
Yeah. So it's kind of out of the ordinary.
It's a sports card.
What is it?
I said it's a sports card.
Oh. You know what? It's not even a card. Is that funny?
Ooh. Comic?
Not even a comic.
A figure?
You won't even get. It's not even a figure. Can you keep guessing?
Wow, I don't know. Okay, a hint. I'll need a hint.
Okay. Part of it's sharp.
A knife?
No, it's not a knife. Okay.
This is gonna be tough.
It is. I'll just bring it in here. Here we go.
Oh, a pin.
A pin.
The sharp end. I gotcha.
This is actually from 1998 Comic Images. Or no, 1989. Sorry.
Okay.
I was off 10 years. What was that?
Oh, it's my phone.
Oh, it's okay. So 1989 Marvel Entertainment. And the reason I picked this up is because it's got blood. Anything with Wolverine and blood, I'm like attached to. So,
well, that would be stuff that you would not see in this day and age.
No, not
because they are very against all of that.
Correct.
Which is kind of a shame.
Even though it's unique, because whenever you get this is interesting to talk about a little bit. If you were to reach out to an artist and ask them to do something with blood, they can actually do it on their own cardstock or a custom cardstock.
Yeah. Can't be one of the approved. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually have a Wolverine coming with blood on it.
Ooh.
So it'll be quite unique. It'll be fun. So
I really would like to get a custom piece of like Howard the Duck holding like a cigar and a drink in his hand, because I remember on Justin's podcast with the artist, he was like, we couldn't do anything with a cigar, and so I was like, oh right, you know what, There we go. That's the one you got to have. Howard the Duck, cigar in his hand, a nice glass of whiskey, just looking like the part.
That'd be pretty sick. And then in the background, you have to have like a little TV with like an image of a woman duck.
Oh, spicy.
Right?
Oh, boy. I'll have to reach out to the artist.
I mean, we remember the Howard the Duck movie, right? And it was he was looking with that magazine going through it and stuff before he went through the space-time warp and all that.
Yeah.
So pretty funny.
We got. I might have to see about getting that done.
Yeah, who do we have in chat? We have Derpadu's been in here. We have Kellen, my nephew. What's up, Kellen?
Kellen was the first one to say hello.
He was the first one to say hello. Got Captain Crockpot. Captain Crockpot's coming on Marvel Roundtable in a week or so.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. Got Inner Global. What's up, Inner Global? See. Melfi, what is going on? 87, what's up, buddy?
A lot of familiar faces.
Heck yeah.
Derpa says Play Duck. Yeah, I know.
Play Duck.
Man,
the dog's playing poker with Howard the Duck. That'd be Peter Porker Cosmo Space Dog and Spider-Man and Venom. That'd be kind of fun.
But if you want to get that, you would have to get it like as like a painting. You would need like a decent sized painting.
Yeah, you probably would.
So you can get all of the fine details.
That's true. But if you get the right artist, you could get everything on a sketch card.
Yeah, but yeah.
You just have to look at it like with a magnifying glass.
Well, we can use Derpa's his magnifying glass that he bought from Amazon.
Oh yeah, too. I saw that. Yeah, that thing's huge.
Bob, hello. Hey, it's like everybody we see on a weekly basis.
I know.
I'm glad everybody's supporting everybody's channels out there.
Dude, that's what you got to do is support everybody's channel that makes good content and all that stuff.
So I
do have a just a preview of a giveaway that I'm gonna do though.
Ooh.
Right? See this Kitty Pride?
Everybody. Oh, that's from. Is that from the
2001?
Dangerous Divas.
2011 Dangerous Divas. Yeah.
Right. That's was that the Seductress card or so?
Sultry Seductress.
Sultry Seductress. Yeah.
That's right. So I
remember Kitty opening
here. There we go. It's a good one.
All right. So how do we enter this giveaway?
Oh, it'll just be #Kitty.
Oh, okay. Today. Oh, nice.
#Kitty.
Okay.
#Kitty. But I mean, we're not going to pull it until the end of the night, so it's all good. So
yeah. So you got to stay in the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to watch the whole thing.
The whole thing, or you don't get nothing.
You don't get nothing.
That's right. Actually, you know what? We're not going to #Kitty. We're not going to give the hashtag yet. We're gonna
smart. You got to give it like middle of the show. We're going to just randomly throw it out there.
Yes. And Jen is going to come up with it. Okay. So randomly in the middle of the show, I'm going to ask Jen, what is the magical word for this Kitty Pride?
Oh, I got to make it super long. It's going to be like 70 characters long, 80 characters long. And I'm going to only say it once. I'm just going to just spit it out, and then everyone has to type it in correctly.
That's right. So it won't be #Kitty, guys. So you can keep on hashtagging Kitty as long as you want. It's not going to get this card.
It's not going to work.
What do we got going on with here? Are you going to show us something?
Yeah, I'm going to it's not any pickups, but just...
Well, it's going to be some cool stuff, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So, what should I start with? Well, I'll just start with
if you just showed the I was going to say, if you just showed the keyboard flashing, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a jambalaya there.
Yeah, I picked up I'm slowly thinking about picking up some jambalayas. So
okay,
8s and 9s.
Are you okay? 8s and 9s. Okay,
yeah,
nice.
I mean, if I could get 10s, it'd be great. Raw 2 is good if I can grade them. But yeah, and then
that is awesome.
Then I started to get into the blues.
Precious metal gems.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's a 9. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. got reached out on eBay on my Insta, so it was pretty good pickups.
Okay.
Nice little lizard to PSA 8. And then it's your boy.
Oh, that's a good one, buddy. That's a good one. I actually, believe it or not, only have the bronze version. So,
and then I haven't showed these on my Instagram yet. I've had them for a minute, but
so we're gonna be the first.
Yeah, so you'll get to see from the Bianchi signing.
Oh wow!
So this is the red.
That's out of 25, right?
Yep.
The red.
Yep, 25. Yeah, 2 out of 25. Nice.
That is sweet.
That red Magneto. You got the orange.
Those who don't know, this is from 2018 Marvel Masterpieces.
Yep, by Simone Bianchi.
Yes, and Jin was so, I guess, lucky to be able to go there and get those. So pretty sick.
Yeah, spent flew in Saturday and flew out. Flew in Friday and flew out Saturday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I showed it, Melfi, because I know you want it.
That's smart. That's smart.
So I think Melfi got the gold signed.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, cool. So he needs my red.
Yeah, and you guys both got originals there too, didn't you?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice little Deadpool here.
Ooh, Deadpool action.
Yep. This one was numbered to 99.
Yep.
Now, I know people don't really like when people sign numbered cards or low numbered cards, so I took some advice from some people about I did have the What If Spider-Man that I was going to get signed, but it made sense not to.
Okay.
Because his auto's in the set anyway as an out of 10, so it only made sense.
And I think that was the whole point, is some of the auto versions or inserts in these sets, and that's why a lot of people don't want them to be.
Nice little canvas here.
Nice.
And then I did the prelims.
Ooh, I like the prelims.
Venom. And then he chose the right colors to do the black ink on the prelims, on the What If and the Venom. So
no, that looks cool on the prelims.
That's why I had to pick up the prelims for sure.
Yeah,
because they were definitely well worth it. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's been in storage for a little bit before I post on IG.
Okay.
Because I have a few other things coming that I'm going to post together with it. So.
Well, I graciously appreciate you showing us before.
So you guys got a sneak peek.
Appreciate that. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, so I wanted to get into a couple questions for Jin, if he's okay with that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now, you have a YouTube channel called LootboxTV with your cohort Juice John, and you are the CEO of LootboxTV?
Yeah, I am the CEO.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that on your IG. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, I use that as a running joke with John. Yeah, I like to rib him. So whenever we talk, it's like, yeah, I'm the CEO of LootboxTV.
So can I ask you how LootboxTV became an idea and started?
Okay, so John had the channel originally.
Okay.
And he was into the gaming, and he did a lot of like tutorials and stuff on like how streamers can set up like their like a streaming devices like an Elgato and things like that. So he had the gaming side of things for Lootbox for a long time.
For a long time.
Okay. Yeah. So about maybe 3 years ago, we met at the gym because we had the same personal trainer.
Oh.
And he was like, hey, you guys are like similar in age, so you guys could like be friends. And so, we were like, we got to talking and we had similar interests. So we liked the video games and things like that. So we're like, all right, this guy could be cool. And, we got to talking and then playing games. And then, he started to open up Pokemon cards because he had just gotten back into Pokemon. So he was opening, and I was just like hanging out with him, opening Pokemon cards. And then I was like, I remember Pokemon from when I was a kid, and I played Magic, and at that time in the 90s, So I wasn't really into playing Pokemon, but I knew of Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so, we started to open, boxes together, packs together. I started buying my own. And, at
this
that
was
time,
in like what, 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay.
Like 20, like a little bit earlier.
Okay.
And,
right.
I pulled like the chase card in that set. It was Unbroken Bonds. It was a Rainbow Rare, Reshiram, and Charizard.
Oh.
And he had opened like 30 boxes and he still didn't pull any. And I opened, I think like 6 or 8 boxes and I pulled 2 of them. So and then that kind of spiraled into.
So that's where it really started. He saw that you were lucky and you're like, oh, I want this guy.
Yeah. And then he started to open up some of the vintage packs on his YouTube channel. And then I was like, you know what? I don't like to be on camera much. I was a shy person. So I was like, here's what I'll do. Like I'll be like a financier. So, I'll buy some of the packs and you'll buy some of the packs. And then, you'll just sit on the camera, you'll open it, you'll be the face of the channel. And then I'll just be in the background. But John was like, no, if you're going to be involved in the process, then you have to be involved 100%. So I was like, what do you mean 100%? And he was like, you have to be on camera and opening packs with me. I was like, so that's how I slowly got integrated into being on camera. I really didn't want to because I'm.
So would you say you were like more of an introvert type? Like
I'm very introverted. So like I am not like I don't like to like I don't. John, if you watch our channel, John is very like verbose. He's loud. He's like, interactive, but I tend to be quiet. It's a little bit easier. So that's why John would always say like, I'm like a good balance. Like he'll be like high energy, but then sometimes I'll bring him down. It's like, hey, okay, like, So.
I try to be the high energy guy. I'm not that great at it, but I try to be.
Yeah, so John says like, and then over the years being on camera and stuff and being out in public and it's the weirdest thing when people recognize you. Like I'm not trying to like, brag or anything, but it's just very, it's very different when I go out to like the shows and now people kind of recognize us as a duo. It's a weird feeling for sure. When people come up, it's like, oh, Lootbox TV, can I get a picture? And it's just like, yeah, sure, okay. Or can you sign this? So it's been an experience and a journey, a great one.
That's awesome. And I think I remember the first time I met you was at Culture Collision.
Yep.
And I mean, you happened to come by our table and we had some sealed product and you're like, oh, we might be back, and you're interested in getting some sealed product and all that stuff of Marvel, because you're wanting to bust some stuff open, right? And then you end up buying the X-Men metal, right?
Yeah.
X-Men metal from me. I had one box and all that stuff. And then we opened it later on your channel.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. Yeah.
That was so cool.
So I feel like it's really been kind of like a fun journey, I would say. Meeting all the people on the sports side of things, making friends in the Marvel side of things, and just kind of growing in the hobby. So it's been an interesting personal growth for me, coming from being like a very shy person who didn't want to be on camera to now kind of like growing out of that shell and becoming a different person. So it's been fun for sure. So
I'm going to ask, can I ask a question? It might be a couple questions altogether.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
So you coming from, let's just say you coming from the sports side, because a lot of your breaks before were sports and all that stuff with John and all that stuff on Lootbox. And you just seeing the Marvel, how it blew up and all that stuff back in 2021 and all that stuff. You guys were like, hey, let's maybe get into some of this stuff, right? And it wasn't until 2022 that you guys started buying some stuff and doing some stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what I was gonna ask you is, did you join the Facebook groups and all that stuff, right?
I would say I think I joined the Facebook groups much later.
Much later, okay.
Yeah, so I think my first jumping into the Marvel space was with you guys, like meeting Justin, meeting you guys at Culture Collision, talking and getting into it.
Yes. Because I know you did a break with Justin as well, and myself, and it was just great you coming into the Marvel community. I thought it was great, you know. But I know that some more OG Marvel collectors were a little bit reserved with some of these sports guys coming in. It's like, who are these sports guys trying to come into the Marvel, you know?
Right.
I wanted to just ask you, how was that for you coming in, maybe communicating with some of the Marvel? Did you get some resistance per se, or was it pretty okay?
Yeah, there was this really big Wolverine fan, and he gave me a hard time. He was bullying me. No, it was. I mean, with the group of people that I met, the integration into Marvel was super easy. Nobody really cared that, you know, I came from the sports side of things. And you know, I guess I would say, like, I came in with like a general interest in the product and the cards, more so than coming in with the mindset of, all right, this is another profitable avenue for me. Let me try to see what I can flip and how much money I can make. So I think with that, it was kind of like just easy to integrate with everybody, because everybody was very open to sharing knowledge and educating me on the products and what I could potentially get and what would be interesting to open. So for me, it was a lot easier to jump into the space, because I guess my mindset was I was generally interested in learning more about Marvel, because at the time, you know, I didn't really know that there was like that much in trading cards and things like that. So since I had gotten into the trading card space, I started to look at the different TCGs and cards out there, and I started to see Marvel, and you know, so it was. And then when at Culture Collision, you were like, hey, you know, we got some guys who want to meet you because they know about you from the sports side of things, which was totally random for me, because I was like, oh, Marvel guys, okay, cool. And then it just bloomed into this amazing friendship over the years of just exchanging information, just hanging out. So for me, I didn't get any negative pushback. And it was really cool. Easy integration. So I gotta say,
I'm happy to hear that. And that the thing of it is I think coming in with some of us content creators, like when I say that content creators, when we were at the shows and all that stuff, that's where your primary focus and the primary friendship started, right? And so it's probably easier in that space. And then later on, when you join the Facebook groups, I'm sure you've come in contact with some people who were like, kind of be like, oh, who is this guy and what is he
not so much. No, actually,
no. Okay.
A lot of the groups were pretty friendly. In terms of, you know, I'm not, you know, I wasn't really, I was more there for information.
Sure.
So it was like easy to like see what other people were posting and seeing what they were selling. And
it's not like you were like posting a bunch of stuff saying, hey, I have these cards.
Yeah. Or I wasn't like, you know, if someone posted something, I said, ooh, okay, let me try to give him like 50% on comps so that I can resell it, you know. So I was like,
I guess that makes a little bit more sense the way, because you are like that. So
so for me, I mean, I think all of the groups were pretty easy integration, just because it was just a wealth of information for me. So I wasn't out there trying to flex on anything that I knew, because I knew nothing. So everything that I see there was just like all new information that I was absorbing.
Well, I know just coming into Marvel, you could be like a kid in a candy store where it's like, oh, there's Marvel gems. Oh, I need to get that. Oh, there's X-Men metal. I need to get that. Oh, wait, what's this set? Oh, wait, what's that set?
Yeah. I feel like when I came in, like you said, it's really like a kid in a candy store. And then the problem was, there's a ton of product out there, but I didn't know what was what. So then I would ask you guys, I'd be like, Justin, what do you think of this? Or Josh, you know, what about this set? And you were like, oh, you need to get Marvel gems, because that's, you know, like, I think you were the one who told me about
gems. Yeah. Well, we did a break together.
And then so I was like, oh, okay, yes, like, that's great.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it was kind of nice to have people kind of guiding me. And you guys are pretty honest about like which sets were like maybe something interesting to open, or maybe or maybe not worth the price. Because I've asked Justin a lot of times too. It's like, hey man, I see a Fleer Spider-Man box for this price. What do you think? And he's like, at that price, it's not really worth opening, just because the cards in there you won't get as much value out of it. So sometimes those products are better to keep sealed, or these sets are really interesting to open.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of makes sense. And I know that when I was like, hey, you need to get your hands on some Marvel Gems, at that point, Marvel Gems has already reached like $700-800, type of thing in that realm. And it was going for like 300 like a year prior,
Yeah. So when we got into it, it was like $300, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's interesting. And then
Yeah.
for some reason, like this year, it just like doubled and tripled in price. And I was
Correct.
just like, wow. But that's the same thing I say with Pokemon. It's like a lot of the things I opened up early in the Pokemon days, if I look back at it now, it's like, man, if I just kept those, like, I mean, that'd be worth so much more money if I hadn't opened it. But
For sure.
what's the point? You gotta ABR, always be ripping, right?
ABR all
So
the
it's
way.
only fun when you open it. And then everyone can live vicariously through us opening products.
No, and that's one thing I wanted to say thanks to is I mean, Lootbox TV, I saw you guys after. I'll be honest, I didn't know what Lootbox TV was until after Justin, you came to our table, and I'm like, who's Lootbox TV? And Justin started talking about it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. I'm gonna start watching their stuff. And I saw some of your breaks, and they were like fun. They were fun breaks, right? And even though I'm not like a huge sports guy, I still saw the, hey, this is kind of fun. And then we talked about doing the X-Men metal break together and then scheduling it, and we're able to do that. And you coming into that, I just wanted to thank you for just bringing a new vibe, it seemed like, to it. When you coming from the sports realm, this is so unique, opening a Marvel product. It was just fun to see someone else coming in from a different part of the hobby, enjoying something, right?
Someone who's never experienced opening a box and getting cool cards and that excitement. Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely fun to come into a different realm, which is always the same thing when I look around too. It's like, what are the next things to open, whether it's Marvel or different TCG.
But now look at you, Jin. You're like part of the Marvel Roundtable now. And
you're
part of Marvel Unbound on Mondays. Like, you are now in Marvel now,
I'm
Jin.
very deeply integrated. I even play Marvel Snap sometimes, but I still play.
Oh, what's up, Brittany? So yeah, like that's one thing I wanted to actually talk about too, Jin, is when you came, I don't want to say when you came from sports all the time, just because I think you have seen the hobby as there are different parts of it that interests you, just like how you started with, Pokemon with John and all that stuff with Lootbox. And then you got into, I've seen you get into some like not hockey, but soccer cards.
Yeah, we've done hockey, we've done soccer, you know.
So it's unique to see that there's a variety of stuff that you've gotten into, is what my point is.
Right. I think it's kind of an influence with our fan base too, because a lot of people want us to open hockey and soccer, and for us, we want to pick products that are exciting for people to watch.
Sure.
So like, you don't want to sit there and watch us open for 20 minutes a box of sports cards that's all like, base cards and nothing interesting. Sure. So that's why we try to open like, hockey's like high-end product, the cup. Or,
I always
soccer
see these
select boxes.
We got $1,000 worth of product right here. We got to open it.
Yep. It's people find a lot more entertainment when you can open high-risk products. So,
Well, I think it'll be interesting with some of the bigger Marvel sets coming out, that you guys opening those will actually, it would be fun to actually see that on Lootbox. Because it gives more of a fan base, because you guys have 88,000 subscribers or something like that.
Yep.
And so that, congratulations, by the way, that's just
Thank
awesome.
you. John says the last this last part before we hit 100 is going to be a grind, because it's going to be like that gradual work that we got to put in. So every day we're sitting there, you know, always reevaluating our channel and always looking at the statistics and the data and trying our best to provide our audience with the best content. And you know, the most interesting content.
Okay.
Because, you know, the same thing with any category is like, you know, with Marvel breaks, you know, there's a lot of people that open product.
Correct.
And then eventually everyone starts to open products, so then you have to think of something else. And you know, you kind of have to keep evolving your channel. So we're constantly, you know, contemplating and seeing what our future path is, because we want to see growth.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is, I mean, you can't just open Marvel product all the time, because a lot of your fan base likes sports and all that stuff. You know, I understand that, but when it comes to, I think, the new hip stuff, right? The new hip, what's expensive and all that stuff, and seeing that type of stuff, like Marvel Masterpieces is going to be a big set. Premiere is going to be a big set. Marvel Premiere. I think those sets will be really good to open on Lootbox, you know, and having a couple breaks. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm waiting for those products to come out. And then this will be my first time with Marvel Masterpieces being on EPAC.
Yeah.
Because I did see the 2018 stuff and the 2020 like achievements and things like that. So that's kind of really garnered my interest to see how that's going to be.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be dangerous, because when I did Spider-Man Metal, it was expensive. I didn't spend as much as some of the guys, but yeah, just to do some of the things I did was a lot more expensive than I thought. But it was definitely fun.
There was a lot of us that were spending like 5,000 to 10,000 at least, and then some of us 20,000 or more. You know?
Or more, yeah. When I heard some of some people's numbers, I was very shocked.
I think the most I ever heard was it was Grayson from Cherry Collectibles. He spent over $250,000 or something like that on that.
Yeah. But
Just
and then he got,
because of the achievement stuff.
He got the comic achievement. That's
he
for
did.
Sure.
He did.
It was worth
what he wanted. So it's quite a goal and quite unique that he was able to do that. So okay, so a couple questions for you there, Jen, again. Is I've asked this to you before, but who are your favorite characters to collect in Marvel?
When you asked me that question, that was tough, because like, you know, you had to put me on the spot. Like, you were like, who's your 3? And I'm like, 3? I was like, wait. It's like that. You know, so it's like, you know, obviously, you know,
maybe
I was thinking about it, and I was thinking like, okay, obviously, you know, you can't forget the big homie Spider-Man, you know, and Venom has always been really cool, because I remember a lot of the 90s cartoons. And then for me, Cyclops, like that 90s Cyclops, because, you know, when I grew up, Saturday morning cartoons, X-Men, you know, and I mean, who doesn't want to be able to shoot beams out of their eyes?
Right.
Now, you want to be able to control it like Superman, and you don't want to have to wear special glasses. But I mean, every kid's dream, you know, is like to have some kind of superpower, and shooting beams out of your eyes seems like the best. I even think about that nowadays when I drive and I get cut off by a driver, and I said, man, if I just had Cyclops and eye beams, I'd be like, oh, you'd be in trouble.
I'd be more like Wolverine and put my hand out and slice their tire, right?
Just be like, pop their tires.
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, I wanted to actually give you a little bit of props, just because you have been one of the consistent, when I say consistent, you've been one of the guys that have come from sports and have stayed.
Mm.
There's been sports guys that come in for a little bit and then like they pop back out, you know, type of thing. I'm not saying this is John. What I'm saying
Shots
is,
fired.
yeah,
No.
what I'm saying is you have actually kind of formed a relationship with a bunch of us, but more so you've formed a kind of an attachment to some of these items that you've gotten, correct?
Yeah, yeah. It's been a very interesting journey, and a lot of it.
So talk about that a little bit there, Jim.
So it's like John always says I'm a hoarder, which is true because I never sell anything. I hardly ever sell
Okay.
anything. And the reason why I try not to sell anything is because not because of the monetary value or the fact that I think in the future it's gonna, 10x or 20x, but it's more of like there's like memories attached to like a lot of the cards. So it's for me, it's a
Nostalgia.
little
Yeah.
bit tough to get rid of a card like, like a Justin Herbert stained glass that I pulled was the first stained glass we pulled.
Oh wow.
And then John said that was the first time he ever seen me show any like real crazy emotions of pulling a card, which is true because most of the time I'm pretty mellow. So
Yeah.
like selling cards like that is tough. So when I got into Marvel and I started to pull things with like you guys, Justin on stream, behind the scenes, there was like a lot of like really good memories attached to a lot of the cards. So it's like tough for me to sell really because I don't want to give up those memories.
Let me ask you this. Do you still have that sketch card of the red She-Hulk that you pulled out of the Marvel Gems box?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh
I still
geez,
do.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of the things it's like that. It's just like either there's memories attached to it, or it's just like it was an experience. So it's tough for me to sell.
The first graded card you bought from Marvel. I'm sure you have that. You have one of those too, right?
Oh geez, I can't remember what it was. I've bought
So
so many Marvel
so
cards
let
throughout
me
the
let me
history.
just refresh your memory possibly and just ask you if it was one of these cards. Here we go. The Marvel Ages word cloud of Wolverine PSA 10.
Yes, that would probably be the first one I might have bought because I think the other ones
Because I
I've
seen
either
the link, I was
graded.
like, dude, this card is great.
Yeah, you told me about it, and I was like, oh, you know what? I had to buy it. It was a good price. So yeah, I think if I had to say buying one, yeah, I think that might have been my first graded Marvel card that I bought from memory.
Well, fun. That's awesome.
And then a lot of the other ones I got graded myself,
You
or
graded yourself. Okay.
a few I think I graded myself, and then some I bought as 10s. But
Now, did those come in? Did you guys record those as reveals like on the channel, or did you do that separate? I don't. I remember. I see a
might have
lot of
done
the
it. I
reveals
might
that
have
you've
done them
done.
separately. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next time you have those reveals, let me know, and I'll put us on live.
Okay.
Anytime.
Gotcha. There's a lot I still have. I haven't even revealed my Peter Porker collection, so at some point I need to show that off.
Awesome.
That's
cool.
We'll find some time.
Exactly. Yeah, I actually myself just coming from just talking about me a little bit as far as where I come from. I mean, I was a 90s collector and all that stuff and collect my cards and had my cards and binders and all that stuff too, right? And then it wasn't until COVID happened where I started looking at my collections again, like all of us, and just try to start, back into like figuring out, oh man, these cards maybe mean something now, and people are actually putting attention to them and all that stuff. And that's when the whole boom happened and everything. We were seeing some prices on some of these 90 MU cards, Impel and all that stuff going. And I just thought to myself, like I haven't really put anything into a personal hobby in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna start this hobby and just do it for fun and maybe make some money while I'm doing it. But if I don't, at least I can just break even, and just do it as a hobby. That's kind of what I started doing. And I'd have to say that the more people that I have come across within the hobby, including yourself, Jen, it's been awesome creating these relationships and just being able to hang out,
Yeah, no
right?
doubt, no doubt.
And it's just been fun. So,
I mean, for me, it's just I'm able to absorb all of this information from a lot of people who've been around in the hobby a lot longer. So it's just great to be able to have a lot of people to bounce off different ideas and to see, like, everybody has different interests. So it's awesome to see like the different interests, and then it kind of like piques your interest. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. And then saying, okay, interesting, 90. Okay. So
I know I have a lot smaller channel than you, but here's the deal: is the reason I started my channel was just to show people how excited and how passionate I am about this stuff. I don't really have like a hidden agenda. People may think, oh, he just wants subscribers. I'm like, anybody wants subscribers. Anybody wants people to come watch your stuff,
But one thing I like about the Marvel content creator side of things, and I think Justin had said this once before too. It's like not a lot of people recorded a lot of the products that they've opened. So a lot of the time, a product gets opened, but it doesn't really get shared with everybody. And the great thing about like you guys is that you guys are opening up a bunch of product, but it's also leaving it. There's a recorded history of it.
Right.
And so like you can always go back, and new people can always look back and enjoy and see what a product is that's no longer like, opened on a Saturday night in your basement with your friends. Now you can share with everybody. And so I think it's been great to see a lot of content creators in the Marvel space starting to come up and to like start to show off more of their collections and the products that they're opening, and it's kind of bringing more awareness. So it's been fun to see. A lot of people opening products that I may not open a lot, but then I get to see other people open and pull really cool things. So it's fun. And
and we open a product every week that's new on Marvel Unbound.
Yep.
Some people may not
weeks.
I know it's not a physical product right there, but it will be a physical product once it's sent to us.
And then imagine, at the end of the year, someone can go back and watch 52 weeks of us collecting 52 different characters, see our reactions when we pull, whether it's 2 plates, a sketch card, no autos or 5 autos like Armando, it just leaves like a history for someone else to come back and get to see like, hey, what was Unbound all about? And then they can watch our 52 weeks of openings and they'll be like, oh, maybe I'll get in on next Unbound. Which is kind of like what happened. Justin told me about Unbound previously, but I got in during Wizard. So like really at the tail end. So I didn't get to enjoy it as much. But now that I have a bunch of people that I know and it happens weekly, it's very fun. It's been like a journey that I've really enjoyed. It's hurt my wallet a bit, but I've really enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, and that's the most important, that that you enjoy it. I met our mutual friend, True Blue Collectibles, TBC Breaks, Nathan. I met him at a local show last year, back in February of last year. And he was at just a local card show in 2022. And he was like more into sports and figures, right? He actually had some figures and all that he was selling and all that. He came up to me and Scandal Comics and Card, or Scandal Comics, our buddy Steven and myself. We had a table there, and he came up to us, and Scandal had his like 2013 red Wolverine PMG and all that stuff. That was one of his first PMGs. And
nice.
Nathan's like, oh my gosh, what is that? how much is that? And Steven's like, that's $10,000. But Nathan was like all about it, and he was so excited, and then now look at Nathan. He's like basically more into Marvel than he had been with sports.
Yeah.
And it's just been awesome to see that growth. And now he's actually prominent in the Marvel community now in content. And it's been great to actually be part of the Marvel Roundtable and see some of the newer content creators like Melfi, Melfi Collectibles coming in and joining in with us, and Derpa as well as Alonzo. And so all of us content creators that started doing more content, it's just been awesome. And Valor Comics and Services, we always, if you ever have comics, you just send them to Valor Comics and Service to Press, and
reach out to Daniel.
He's our boy, and it's been great to be part of this YouTube community, and also Instagram.
I even remember like a few people even posting that they started their own channel, and I think I forget, it was when we were opening up Fleer Ultra Avengers.
Okay.
I remember someone posted their first blaster, and I forget what they pulled something big out of that blaster, but it was their first video for their channel.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, it's just awesome to see like people watching us and then going out and creating the content themselves, because the more it's out there, the more enjoyable and the more reach we get, and the more like we can share with each other and connect. So it was just great to hear a lot of people talking about like their first video or their first pull that they recorded. So
yeah, and there's a lot of the newer guys, Marvelous Cards, Ken, Inner Global. He's been doing some stuff.
Yep, Derp said it was the Daredevil Jambalaya. Yep, that was
Daredevil
correct.
Jambalaya. That's right.
From a blaster.
Exactly. No, that's awesome. And it's been cool. I think Melfi actually pulled a Jambalaya out of a blaster.
Oh, nice.
He was one to pull one out, and he's been doing some.
Hey, it's Marvelous Cards. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Here we go. Yeah, I gave him a little shout out, and then he pops up.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow his channel.
Yeah. I actually watched. He actually just went over some Rittenhouse cards, some of the the Sweet Embrace cards that are
okay.
Of the women and Marvel with the other characters. So it's been cool seeing some of the stuff pop up and everything, and that was a cool video, the last video he did. So he literally just got in. He said,
yeah, he heard us. Okay. He knew we were going to talk about him.
Well, hey, we are into this a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this giveaway. And you're going to come up with whatever it's going to be.
In honor of Derpa Do, it should be Gin City Comics. Hashtag Gin City Comics.
Hashtag Gin City Comics. Now, comics with an X or comics just regular comics?
Just regular comics. Let's not make it too complicated.
All right. Well, Sin City Comics is spelled with an X. So.
I know.
Okay.
I don't want to be too similar.
No, you're good. So, yeah, you don't want copyright infringement.
Yeah. No copyright infringement.
Yep. Just like RMS collects Gin City Comics. That's how it is.
Let's get it in, guys.
Not Gin City Conic. We're not talking about a drink here.
Ooh,
Armando.
That might be a good. I think Armando's had a few.
A few tonics. That's probably why he drinks.
He's had a few gin and tonics.
Okay, you get the Kitty Pride. It's from Dangerous Divas 2011. Sultry Seductresses. Kitty Pride, baby. Awesome.
That was a fun set to open, and then it's nice to see on the label where it says like this is box 3082 out of.
Did you open a box of these?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. John just never posted the video.
Oh,
he's got it though. It's definitely in his stash. He does me like that sometimes.
It'll be posted someday.
Maybe shorts, because I think the box wasn't that impressive. So there was just he might just chop it up and just show the highlights.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's probably a little better to bring in like Spidey hits or some other content creators with Marvel, because then it's more of a fun thing, right? You're bringing in another take on it and all that stuff, and breaking
Get
it
a lot more information.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
well, Armando says beginnings pushed to July 26th. Maybe
they pushed it again. Yeah, that
doesn't surprise me. Yeah. You just gotta wait for the Upper Deck official announcement, like Allure.
I mean, if I think about it, I got 4 or 5 products that I have on order that aren't out. Maybe I'm trying to think.
I know that's the problem. Like now, it's like you got to think and remember like what products you still have ordered. And
every once in a while, I got to go to Dave and Adams and log in. I'm like, okay, what do I have coming now?
Still? Yeah, it's like when is it gonna ship? And then it'll be like Christmas. A random package shows up at your door, and you're just like, oh, I didn't know.
Did you see what Spider-Man metal is selling for now?
$2.99.
Yeah,
I bought one.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Had to. Because I'm hoping for that hit those because I don't know if all of the AF-15 comic cuts have surfaced, so I'm hoping maybe my box has
hoping. That is good.
See, Derp says cool. 1 box of Allure, 6 anime, 2 and 2 beginnings. I'm kind of excited about anime. I did see that the price had gone up a little bit on pre-orders.
Sure.
Typical Dave and Adams.
I actually haven't pre-ordered anime because my local store I'm hoping to get something. So
big point is always support your local card shops.
Yeah, and local LCS, baby. And that's kind of like how I've been is I didn't pre-order some of the what was it? I didn't pre-order Spider-Man Metal. I went to my LCS and I got it for under the pre-order price. So it's like, okay, what's best, to pre-order or to wait for your local LCS if you have that relationship and you
gotta build the relationship with your local shop. Correct. And then they'll try to get you a deal when they can.
Like here's the deal is if they know you're gonna open it and not resell it, it means more to them. Yeah. Right. At least my comic, that's how my LCS has been, is he has guys that want to just resell stuff, like buy it from his shop and resell it. He's like, dude, if I wanted to do that, I would just sell everything on eBay, is what he tells me.
Right.
Well, like, I respect you guys that want to open it as collectors, want to get the hits and all that stuff. I want to sell to at a fair price. And I'm just like, dude, that is awesome.
Yep, that's kind of like our local shop too. He'll work out deals and stuff just because he knows like we open it for the channel. We're not trying to resell it or try to flip it. So he's like, yep.
And it's still good to pre-order stuff, especially if you don't have a local LCS. So I'm not saying don't order stuff from Dave and Adams. That's just the only thing you can do.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for that sponsorship from Dave and Adams. So we can put it at the bottom. Sponsored by Dave and Adams. Get that
sponsorship, I'll be Dave and Adams all the way. That's funny. Oh, geez.
This podcast is sponsored by Dave and Adams. We'll be able to say that, and how exciting is that?
Well, this podcast is sponsored by LootboxTV. Just kidding.
Oh, camera close.
Well, Gin City Comics. Okay.
Yeah, Gin City Comics. There we
go. Oh gosh. Hey, so let's see. Another question I had. Your favorite set so far, not that's out, because I'm sure one of these newer sets that's gonna come out is gonna like replace your favorite set, but right now
I think I had the most fun opening up Spider-Man Metal, just because it was because it was just like a group of us and we were always talking about it and showing our polls. We did e-pack and everything like that. I would say maybe the set that kind of was like wow was opening up X-Men Metal. I think I only bought one box, and pulling the Deadpool PMG. I think that was like my most memorable.
That's cool.
Opening for a set, aside from obviously the Spider-Man metal box where I pulled like 2 Z-Forces and all of that, having that error box of cards. But aside from that, I think X-Men metal was
X-Men
that Deadpool PMG was exciting.
Now the Deadpool PMG, that was pulled with Spidey, right?
I
Or
think
was that even on camera?
I think I just pulled that with the Juice.
With
I think
Juice,
me and
okay.
Juice recorded that one.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, I know he probably freaked out.
Yeah, he's a
he's a huge Deadpool.
It was definitely
guy,
surprising.
Right?
To just get one box and get a PMG. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. So that's cool.
And,
cool.
Yeah, I think Marvel Masterpiece is probably the next set I'm looking forward to.
Okay,
is where I'll probably spend a little bit of money.
Yeah, and you know, whether I know some people know who the artist is, that you know they got to keep it secret because they don't want to get people in trouble and all that stuff. But I think that whoever they pick, let's say it's someone they pull from the Magic realm, right? Just for an instance. Pulling someone from that Magic side is pretty unique in the fact that I don't know if you've looked into Magic cards and some of those artists, but some of those artists put out really good stuff, and they've actually done some Marvel in the past.
Interesting.
And so, not saying that's who it's going to be as someone from there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did pull someone from that genre. Just to be able to maybe pull more of
interest.
More of an interest over there. Because I think in the end, I think the only thing that the Marvel OG collector wants to see is the original art aspect of it. And so as long as they get the original art aspect, even if they're not getting their, you know, so-called, you know, dream artist on the set, you know, everybody is saying, oh, let's get Ash Gonzalez, because I mean that would be sweet to get an Ash Gonzalez in Marvel Masterpieces. Don't get me wrong, or a Dre or Perna or anything like that, right? But at the same time, realistically, they try to pull somebody that comes from a different realm, whether it's like original paintings, original art, or something else, right? And so it'll be unique either way, I think.
I'm very excited to see who it's gonna be.
Yeah. But what I've seen, if it's some of the things that I've seen out there, I may or may have not seen artwork from one of these Marvel Masterpiece coming artists. Okay.
Oh,
I can't say.
Right.
But if it is, wow, some of the art that I've seen is just immaculate, amazing, just out of this world type of stuff.
There we go.
Pretty crazy. So, I wonder what year the first AI Marvel Masterpiece will be released. Hey, well, we could pull up. You could probably right now and
you could probably make a Masterpiece set right now. Yeah.
So AI is pretty interesting. There's a few out there that I've come across. I still don't get the whole, you know, putting in what a description is and then pulling up an image. It's crazy for me to see that, but it happens, right?
But it's crazy that you could say, like, you know, just say like, oh, take in the last like 5 Masterpiece sets and then take you know, those artists and then combine it into a Masterpiece set where it's like some kind of art and see what it produces. It'd be interesting to see.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, we're still giving this giveaway here. Just a little real quick. This is a Kitty Pryde from 2011, Dangerous Divas. And the hashtag on that is Gin City Comics.
How many people we got entered into it right now?
Let me just pull it up here and find out. So go ahead and hashtag Gin City Comics if you haven't yet. And I'm trying to pull this up.
Make sure you're in Let's Rips.
Yeah, make sure you hashtag and you're in here.
Everybody, you got to get in.
Hashtag Gin City Comics. Awesome.
AI is getting very weird and scary. So.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Terp says his wife showed him these weird Balenciaga AI videos with Star Wars characters. What? That's crazy.
Oh, that is funny.
Mm-mm-mm. It's just another way for them to save on artists.
I know. Hey, another question for you, just kind of off topic, I guess. I don't want to get John in trouble or anything, though. Is I was going to ask this: how does John feel about you being in Marvel Roundtable and all that stuff? Is he all for it?
No problem. No, he's all good. He's all good. Yeah.
Nice. He doesn't feel like you're cheating on him or anything.
Nah, because it brings in people to watch my channel.
Oh, okay.
Channel,
all right.
So
he's okay with that, right?
Yeah. Because it's just a different audience, different reach, and it just helps get your name and brand out there. So
yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's sweet.
Why not?
I like that. No, and I appreciate you guys having me a couple times on there. And, I hope in the future we can do a couple others and all that stuff.
For sure. Yeah, it's fun when you get people to come on and open product, especially like when they're more knowledgeable than you. So there's like that aspect of where they can educate you and kind of go through the backstories and
for sure
everything like that. So it's always fun to open product, but also get that knowledge about that product.
Correct. Yeah, if you ever get a vibranium box, I can open that with you and tell you.
Oh yeah, I got my eyes on a lot of different products that are out there. So
that's right.
Watching.
I mean, right now
those eBays.
Right now, the only vibranium, newer vibranium box breaks you can find are on my channel.
Yeah,
I got like
you corner the market on vibranium openings. No.
It's been great having you in the community, Jen.
Well, thanks, because it's been nice because everybody's been very welcoming. So it's been real fun these past couple years just to develop the friendship.
I've appreciated your take on stuff too, and I think a lot of people can agree. Whenever we run into, it's like, oh wow, like I wonder what the sports side thinks about that. We can always be like, hey Jen, what
do you guys think? It's like, oh yeah.
I mean, you could just bring a little different spin. It's nice, to have that. So
yeah, it's nice to have different folks in the hobby with the different perspectives.
Correct.
So
and I think as long as you guys have been always a positive channel, you and Juice, it's been just a great thing to see. I mean, you guys have some unique aspects to your channel that you don't see a lot of. I know with what you guys do when you open up a break or you do a break of somewhat, you try to bring in like a cha-ching on the the money aspect of it, just the value of it. Because what you try to do, it seems like it's like you open up a box that has $1,000. Can you reach that or not?
Yeah, we wanna. So the thing that me and Juice discussed when we started the channel was we were just gonna be our authentic selves. So when we open a product and if we didn't get the cards we wanted, you'll see the disappointment in our voices. We don't hype up every card that we pull. And then we'll be excited. Juice will always be excited for certain players, whether they're like a $1 card, like a 50-cent card. They could even be like a 2-cent card. But if they're a player that went to his school or a player that he likes, he's genuinely excited about pulling that card. So people will be like, oh, look at that guy getting excited over like a 50-cent card. It's not about the value. It's just about the player or the school that he went to that he's, you know, very hyped about. So we try to always be our genuine selves. So, you know, when you see the disappointment in our faces of pulling of a player that we weren't hoping for, that's genuinely true. You know, we're not gonna sit there and hype up just every player. It's like, you know, every card is not a banger.
Yeah, no, that's true. Brian had a question for you. Obi did. He had a question about sketch cards. I know if you weren't, did we talk about? We didn't talk about this. We talked about this in the back,
before
backstage, right? So let's talk about that real quick. So he asked about sketch cards. So let's go start with sketch cards, and then we'll get into that original art topic.
So sketch cards are exciting. They're definitely unique. I do like to see sketch cards and things like that being in products because it's kind of a nice fun chase when there's like, you know, one sketch card per box. Not always a fan of the type of art just because art is very subjective. So it's like people like certain styles and certain genres of art. So it's been interesting to see a lot of the different reactions to the cards and the sets. And then, you know, after the Bianchi event, it kind of changed my perspective on cards a little bit. And to go after like original art too is kind of like it's like the ultimate one of one type thing.
Yeah.
So sketch cards are nice and they're, you know, unique, but I feel like being able to get like a particular artist that you want, I think it's great than a random artist from a sketch.
Do you see a difference between this? Like, here's an example. Do you see a difference in, okay, I'm gonna let's pay X amount of dollars to be able to meet Simone Bianchi and get an original art piece from him that he's gonna paint and all that stuff, versus I got an original art piece that actually was on cardstock of this character on Marvel Masterpieces, but I have the original. What's the difference between, or do you see a difference in that?
For me, I would say knowing more about like how Upper Deck and everything goes on with the sketch artists and stuff. I feel like when you get an original piece, the artist has time to put in a lot of effort into the work. And so you can see it in that original art. And then like sketches, some of them, like on Justin's channel, a lot of the artists, you know, don't do painting like an art like full time.
Yeah.
So like if you're trying to, you know, like Bianchi, he is literally in his art studio from morning until night, 7 days a week, 365, coming up with original art and painting and stuff. But like other artists have full-time jobs, and when they're commissioned to do 160 sketches in 1 month, how much can they really put? So that's why you can tell the difference between when you ask an artist to do 160 sketches in a month versus having someone come to you and say, hey, can you do a commission piece for me? Like you can tell like how much effort and detail that they put into it. So it's like, if you want to truly get like the real feel of that artist, I think original art, like commissions and things like that, is where you can let them truly shine. And then although sketches are nice, sometimes, you know, it has to be a quick thing that they have to do.
Okay. No, so that's great. And I actually just want to add just a little bit, I guess, with original art, right? I wouldn't dive into original art right off the bat.
No, don't. It's very expensive.
Something you got to gradually kind of get up to at one point or another. If you want to start with some sort of original pieces, maybe start out with a sketch card of a character that you like, It doesn't have to be from like a major artist, but just start off that way, right? Or you can be lucky and buy a Marvel Gems box like Jin did and pull a original piece out of that, because he pulled a red She-Hulk out of that Marvel Gems, and that was pretty awesome to actually pull one of those sketch cards. Was that the very first sketch card you pulled?
Oh yeah,
a Marvel product?
That's definitely the first sketch that I pulled.
That's pretty. I think that's special in itself.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's why I still have it. That's why I can't sell it, because it was one of my first cards that I pulled, so it has a lot of significance.
All right, here's the giveaway, guys. One last time. Gin City Comics is the hashtag. You get the Kitty Pride of the Sultry Seductresses from Dangerous Divas 2011. Pretty sick card. Pretty awesome of Kitty Pride. I like it. So I got a question for you about sketch cards. How many Marvel sketch cards do you have right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. I never really counted. I do have a few, because
what's up, Alonzo? Alonzo just came
Alonzo, yeah. So I do have a few, because I've pulled some from physical boxes, and then I've done some e-pack.
Okay.
And gotten some sketches there, and then done some achievements. I've gotten a few sketch achievements.
Some of those sketches. I actually posted one on this thumbnail of a Spider-Man that you pulled. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the puzzle pieces I did was like a 2-piece puzzle piece achievement from Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, nice.
So it's been quite fun to see some of the sketches and try to chase sketch achievements.
Yeah, and I have pulled out of Marvel product. I've pulled 3 sketches.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I still have it. Yep.
That's the Red She-Hulk. Okay, hashtag Red She-Hulk, guys. I'm just kidding. No, that is Jin's. He's got to keep that. That was his first Marvel sketch card. He's got to keep that.
Yeah, that's my first sketch. It was fun.
Hey, good night, Kellen.
Oh, good night, Kellen.
Late there for you.
Oh, wait, does he still have school? Oh, he's homeschooled, so
yeah, he's
homeschooled. Hey, you can stay up a little bit later. It's okay. It's the weekend anyway. It's Friday night.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Why you can't go to sleep now?
Kellen is actually this weekend. He's going to be opening. Hear this out. He's going to be opening his Upper Deck e-pack account this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Because he won some giveaways from Derpa Doo. And he's got to transfer them, and so he's got to open his e-pack. So I'm trying to get my sister to try to get that open for him.
And then Kellen, ask Uncle Josh for his credit card information, so that when e-pack drops packs, you can just automatically buy out the cards that you want.
I've already been helping them with a PayPal account and all that stuff.
Okay.
Be good. So.
Oh yeah, and I have the
hashtag Gin City Comics. This is the actual giveaway here, not the sketch cards that Jin's showing. He's just showing us sketch cards, guys. This is the giveaway. Hashtag Gin City Comics. Okay, keep pulling that.
And that was a nice 2-piece puzzle.
Oh, that is cool. A little closer.
What?
Nice. And who's the artist on that?
Was it Jeffrey
Gwynn? Okay.
Yep, Gwynn.
All right. Okay.
So I might have to send these off to get graded, just so I can get them nicely slabbed up. But the question comes down to, where do I send it to?
Well, so I don't know when CGC will start doing this, but PSA will actually do it with no grade. You can just get authentication.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh, so pretty interesting. I think I'd rather get an authentication than a grade on a sketch card myself, because it's a 101. But
yeah,
I hope CGC sees the value in just authenticating and not grading. I'd rather have seen Spidey got that Dre sketch, right? And it was
that
on
was
like Marvel Masterpieces, and it was like a 2.5 or something, right?
That's
And I'm just like,
crazy.
what? So I'd rather have seen that in an authentication than anything. So
I would like them to like slab the puzzle pieces together. It would be nice to have them all in one slab so that you can see the art seamlessly.
then if you may be able to suggest or request Beckett to do that.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Because Beckett has a lot of bigger slabs like that, and they do.
Yeah, I've seen their big slabs. It's ridiculous. They had a book slab like this, and then the slab is about like it's an 8x11.5 piece of paper. I'm like, oh my gosh,
you're asking for it, so
not that big. That's a little too big for me. That's when size does matter, and sometimes smaller is better.
Size does matter sometimes, guys. Oh gosh, nice. So one fun question. I mean, I think we usually try to go an hour and 30 minutes, not more than that, and all that stuff.
All right, shoot.
For the show. But what I was gonna say is, what set? Well, I guess Marvel Masterpieces is the set you're more excited about seeing, right? That's for Marvel.
Well, Beginnings will be interesting because I think this is like the first of the 3 blocks for the new Beginning set, right? I think they'll probably do like a 3.
Yep, there's going to be a 3. Yep, there's going to be 3 volumes.
I'm looking forward to that because that'll be my first time to actually get into a Marvel Beginnings from the beginning and not have to buy it on the secondary market or not even be able to complete volumes 2 and 3. So it'll be fun to see how 1, 2, and 3 will play out.
That is an interesting sentence. Marvel Beginnings because it's the beginning.
It's the beginning. And then anime, obviously, too, because I like that anime style of art. So for me, anime also is another set that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm curious to see how the artists went.
We have Melfi asking a question, or he's requesting us to share our favorite moment.
Mine is meeting Melfi at Bianchi's breakfast.
Look at that, huh?
Well, and then I got to meet Alonzo for the first time, and then I also met Brian there for the first time. So it was kind of like really cool to like meet people that you've only like talked to maybe online or through DMs and things like that, and then actually physically meeting them. So I always like to be able to meet the people who I've talked to, kind of be able to finally put a face to a name and a voice. Because, I knew Alonzo when he did Pokemon, but then I forgot that was the Alonzo who did Pokemon. And so when I came back into Marvel, we started to like talk, and then he remembered that I used to buy slabs and stuff from him on his auctions and things like that. And so it was the weird random link that we had before, and then now we re-met in Marvel. So
well, I agree with you there. I mean, I have a past with you from Culture Collision, meeting you there, and then being able to do some content with you as well. So it's been great to have that, because like once you meet someone in person, you kind of like meet their persona at that time, right? And so it's one thing to meet over online, right? And then to just meet in person, right?
Exactly.
So that's something to say. So that's some of my favorite moments, is actually meeting Justin at Culture Collision as well, and Sketch Card Hive and Stacking Gems, and we all met each other at that specific time. It's just really fun. And then the Dallas Card Show was fun to meet some of the guys there too. I met Valor Comics for the first time at Dallas Card Show, and it's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun to finally get to meet like Valor and Sketch and everybody. So
that's why you gotta go to the San Diego Comic-Con and then go to the Nationals.
Yeah, or we just have a Marvel meeting in Vegas and then just invite everybody out there.
I'm okay with that because Vegas is only 5 hours away from me.
Exactly.
I'm
So I
good.
got to get sketching everybody to fly out to Vegas.
That's right.
I like William's question.
Yes. What is your favorite obscure character? I would say obscure for you would be Spidey Pig, right?
Yeah,
Is that
Peter
obscure?
Porker. Peter Porker. Spider Ham.
Spider Ham.
All started with that green PMG and then it just rolled downhill after that.
Obscure for me would be I'm sorry I don't get too obscure, but obscure for me would be Nightcrawler for me.
That's very different.
Right? Because I'm more of a Wolverine collector, but I also collect Spider-Woman, right? Mm-hmm. She's my girl. That's a good question. Who's your girl? Do you got a girl, Jen?
Oh.
Who's your girl? And what powers does she have?
It's gotta be Gwen. Spidey Gwen.
It's gotta be Gwen. Okay, that makes sense.
Be Gwen.
That makes complete sense for you.
But although, because I grew up in the 90s, I mean, like Storm,
nice,
Jubilee, like Rogue, Jean Grey, that I like that 90s era, like X-Men was like my big thing too for me. So any of those characters, if I had to say, like for a female, Rogue, Jubilee,
I'll throw one more out there for me as far as obscure, and this is very obscure.
Ooh.
Morph.
Really?
Because here's the deal. I loved Morph. Well, for the 9 episodes he was alive.
Uh-huh.
I loved Morph. Amazing. Like I was like, who is better, Wolverine or Morph? Because if I Morph, I could turn into Wolverine anytime I wanted to. Right. But then I could be someone else as well.
Right.
So I always thought that was kind of cool. So Morph.
Yeah, those kind of characters are always, like really cool. Because as long as they can copy the person and their abilities and everything, then I mean, you could be anybody you wanted and have any ability you want.
Exactly. Yep.
Ooh.
Is there a Gwen Porker? That's an interesting one. Is there a
that
Miss
would be
Piggy?
an interesting.
Is there a Miss Piggy?
It could be. You never know. I would like to see some more of those, just to see, like a venomized Gwen, or Gwen with the different symbiotes, or just Psylocke is Psyhot.
Warlock for Derperdoo. We got
Gwen Porker. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
Oh, look at that! Like like he's like that kung fu master who says it's easy to copy someone's ability, but difficult to master them. Very wise, Captain Crockpot.
Yeah, that is wise.
Okay, so how many people do we have in the giveaway?
Melfi said Toxin. Okay. Giveaway. Okay, we can go ahead and pull it. Let me just add it to the stream real quick.
How many people we got? Yeah, Toxin. That's interesting.
All right.
When I saw him in Spider-Man Metal, there was a lot of characters I looked up just to see what their story was, because I was like, Toxin, like he kind of looks like Spider-Man, but it was just all. So I was like, let me see what the history. So
now is that the very first time that's the very first time I ever saw the character was in Spider-Man Metal? Was he in?
Yep, for me the very first time. So for me, Metal introduced me to a lot of very new characters that I did look up.
Yeah. All right, this is the giveaway, guys. We'll go ahead and give it away right now. Hashtag Gin City Comics, because he's taking over Sin City Comics. If Sin doesn't make it this next Friday coming up, it's just
strike out.
Gin City Comics now.
All right, 16 people.
16. We got to get more than that. Let's get 20. Let's get 20, and then I'll pull it. So, hashtag Gin City Comics, guys. Hashtag Gin City Comics. Who's in Fleer Ultra? Oh,
Toxin's
in Fleer Ultra as well. Oh,
yeah, but
2017. Okay.
Yeah, but Marvel Metal was the first time I was ever introduced.
Yeah, I'll have to look
Toxin.
up the one in Fleer Ultra 2017. Oh yeah, he was in that set. I remember Toxin. I
was
believe
not around at that time.
My boy Kent Williams, Marvel Guy 239, he actually had a green one, and he sold it on one of the larger auction houses. So, all right, now everybody's coming in.
Captain Crockpot 2. Ooh, I don't know. He's pulling in Armando.
Ooh, Captain Crockpot 2.
Where's Armando and his 5 accounts? We need him.
Yeah,
Armando.
Let's see what he's got here. What are we at now? We're at 18. 2 more and I'll pull it, guys. 2 more and we'll pull it. 2 more and we'll pull it. Anybody have any other questions for Jin while we have him? Let's see. Do you still do Pokemon there, Jin?
On the side.
You do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, can I ask you, do you do anything else? I think I've seen you do Star Wars.
So. Yeah, I do Star Wars, I do Weiss, I do like Flesh and Blood, I do Magic. So there's a lot of TCGs that I do. Oh, I see Link, so that means that's Armando's other account.
Oh, Link6237. I think that's a burner account too.
And then Doodoo is also a burner account.
That's a burner account. Let's see these burner accounts. There's like 26 people. We'll get up to 30 people and we'll have all these burner accounts.
There we go. We're at 20.
Hey, it's Derp Collectibles, not Derper Do. There's another one. Oh, we're at 20. All right, let's go ahead.
Let's do it.
Okay.
21.
Good luck, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 21. Here we go.
Come on. New name. Let's see a new name.
Here we go.
Yeah, Venom Collector. Nice.
Venom Collector. You got the Kitty Pride. Here we go. That is awesome. Congratulations, Venom. Go ahead and send me your address, and I will send you this amazingness. Awesome. That is cool. Congratulations.
William wants to know, do you think they will do Ghost Rider good in the MCU? Ooh. I hope so.
Yeah, I think if they do him right, it's going to blow Ghost Rider up. Some of the original comics of Ghost Rider and all that stuff, they'll go sky high if that happens. So
I hope they do, because these last couple times the movies haven't been so great. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I heard it was pretty good, but the other few have been kind of lackluster. So
does Jin collect or know about One Piece TCG?
I do, because I do have the Luffy winner cards, and then I also do have a stack of the Japanese cards. So yeah, I do One Piece and I do Dragon Ball. Yep, Dragon Ball Super.
I actually so do you get the PSA magazine?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever looked at the non-sport stuff?
Sometimes.
Do you know some of the top ones that come out for the graded cards and like the pricing and stuff?
Ooh, no.
So, believe it or not, Fortnite's one of those.
Yeah. So I did. I was heavy into. I spent a lot of money on Fortnite Series 1.
Really? Okay.
Mega boxes, just because I wanted to try to get the crystal shard, like Black Knight or things like that. So I did
Yeah,
open a lot
yeah.
of those.
Yeah. I actually have a mega box of Fortnite. I have yet to open
The series 1.
Yes.
But it's a high risk.
Mine is more of the dumber down version because it's the Italian version. It's not the USA version.
It's not the USA version. It's not the one that costs
but I hear it's still good to have the Italian version too, and just have
any version of the series 1 is a good one.
Yeah. So it's fun. So yeah. So how about any GPK?
Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
The only time I would say that like it interested me was when WWE did the Transcendent. And they had the wrestler Garbage Pail Kids. I saw those and I said, okay, for Garbage Pail Kids, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
But for the other ones, it's not really my cup of tea.
Okay.
But the wrestling ones were the only
and I like
ones
some of the X-Men versions. There's some X-Men characters.
Yeah. So if they have something like that, I think that's pretty cool. But the normal stuff is just a little weird for me.
Have you seen Garbage Pail Kid sketch cards?
I don't think I have.
Okay.
Captain Crockpot, yes, I am. I am buying all of the Diablo weekly packs to complete. Okay. Yeah. And I spent a lot last week to get the SSP and SP. So
nice.
Not nice. No, E-Pack is a dangerous machine. It's that and collect forever for comics.
Oh geez, I haven't even gotten into that. I mean, I know there's big time into that, but
it's nice though because I don't have to physically hold. Like the good thing about E-Pack and stuff is like I don't have to physically hold the cards. I can just keep it there, and then what cards I want, I can have them send it to me. So it's just kind of like keeping like all of the bulk there. So I don't my house is overcrowded as it is. So if I have any more stuff, my house would explode. So I need to keep it somewhere, and it's a nice place to keep it is over at Tecumseh.
Let me show you something since we had when I got into that question about Garbage Pail Kids real quick.
Ooh.
I want to show you something here. This guy right here does Garbage Pail Kids sketch cards. And the reason I saw this was a buddy of mine got this done right here. See this Spider Woman here?
You'll need to share your screen.
Oh. I didn't mean to not do that.
I was like, interesting.
You couldn't see anything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's better, right? Okay. So this guy right here, right? So he showed me this, my buddy did, that he got. His original piece that he got. Oh,
that's crazy.
And let me go back to okay. So these are the sketch cards that he's done with Garbage Pail Kids, right? Some of them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's
emojis.
Pretty cool. Some of the stuff that he's done. Garbage Pail Kid wise. I thought it was pretty unique seeing some of these Garbage Pail Kids and all that stuff. He's got quite a bit of stuff on here, but it's the Garbage Pail Kids that he's got a lot of in here. And some of it's Garbage Pail Kids, some of it's not,
It's yeah. That was the Scooby-Doo gang.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just wanted
I like the merger of like known characters and then combining it with like the designs of the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah. He does a little bit of showing how some of it is and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. So
that's pretty cool. And Captain Crockpot, yes, I will be playing Diablo 4, but I will be playing it June 1st because I get early access. I get like 5 days early of getting to play Diablo 4.
One thing Ken asks here, a little segue from non-sport, but curious. Jin PC
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
I got into it too late, so a lot of the Ohtani cards are pretty expensive. But you know, I do like to PC Ichiro. So if I ever find unique cards of Ichiro, I do like to put him in my PC.
Nice.
But yeah, I like Shohei. His cards are doing pretty well. So wow,
Holy
170 comics.
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
That's so many, derp. I was gonna think I was actually thought he actually was gonna say I sent him to grade from ComC, because I know you can send from Collect Forever, you can send straight to CGC and get them graded. Oh gosh,
the Spider Woman, the AF-15 tribute.
Oh yeah,
Spider Woman and Spider Man. That's cool.
Yeah, that was buddy, amazing Spider guy. Our buddy Brian. He had that done. I actually bought a blank version of that Spider-Man 15, and I have something that I want to send this guy to do. So yeah, be fun.
I'll be on the PC, Captain Crockpot. Nice. And yes, we should rage together. I think I'm gonna play Sorcerer.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. What is this? I had a trade
and got a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
Nice. Well, Jen, it has been wonderful having you tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun, definitely. You know, I felt like I was in the hot seat a little bit, you know, getting all these questions, you know, it's like, who do you PC? Who are your top 3? So it's definitely been fun for sure.
Hopefully it wasn't too, I didn't put you on the spot too much.
No, not at all. Yeah. I wish Sin could have been here because, you know, I always like his personality too.
Well, here's the deal.
I just had to come back when he's on.
I know. This just doesn't count. we'll have you on again. So.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely have to come back.
No, but thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jen, and I appreciate you just in the community and on the Marvel Roundtable. You're a great asset when it comes to that, and a great part of it. So appreciate you just being part of this. So, and I do want to shout out that I'm not against DC. I'm not against Star Wars. I'm not against any non-sport. We do primarily talk about Marvel stuff and do Marvel stuff, but that's really, I look at it as one hobby, like I say all the time, as long as you're positive.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Good stuff. So, well, thanks. I appreciate it, Jen.
No problem. Anytime. I hope to be back here when Sin's here, so
yes,
we can rip on him a little bit.
Correct. And you can definitely find Jen Lootbox TV. It's one of the biggest freaking box break channels you can find out there. Pretty awesome. I don't think there's a bigger channel that has opened a Marvel product than yours, right? Like, I'm just saying, like,
oh yeah.
All right, well, thanks, man. You guys
appreciate it, guys.
You guys take care and chat. We'll see you guys later. Thanks
on the weekly Unbound and the Marvel Roundtable, and then you guys got to come here every Friday. Marvel Bros.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.
Peace.